Student Sports Festival 12th JASE Cup 2016 year. We have reached the last important part of this JASE Cup, where 21 schools participated in 18 games in 73 categories from 15th to 18th November. So I now request our Chief Operating Officer, JASE Academy for Sporting Excellence, Wing Commander to go to the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, and unfortunately, all good things come to an end. Ready to start the closing ceremony finally of the 12th JASE Cup. It's been an absolute wonderful 4 days, and I'm sure all the children sitting here in front of me, you all had a wonderful time. We've had a wonderful time organizing this event, and I wish we were not coming to an end today. I wish it could go on for a long time, but you know, you all need to get back to studies, you all need to get back to classes, unfortunately. And but I'm sure you carry back great memories of having participated in these 4 days of sporting action here at our beautiful campus. And you really thoroughly enjoyed yourself, and we look forward to having you back again next year for another edition of the JASE Cup. Now, before we go on to the prize distribution ceremony, before I do this, I would just like to thank everyone for the wonderful spirit in which the entire tournament was conducted. And I talked about not blowing up things on the first day in my welcome address, and I'm very glad to say that we didn't have a single incident where, you know, someone, even if they were unhappy, there would be a few occasions where people were a little unhappy with a few decisions here and there. But as I said on the first day, those things are a part of the game, and you need to learn to take those things in your stride. Because as I said, in life as well as in sports, these things tend to even out in the end. So the good decisions that you get sometimes go in your favor, and the ones which don't go in your favor, they tend to even out over the period of a lifetime. So I'm very proud and I'm very happy that we didn't have a single incident of bad behavior, and the games and the matches went on in the true spirit of sport, and a big thank you to each one of you for that. The coaches, the umpires, the participants, each one of you. Before we get on to the actual prize distribution ceremony, I would like to say that the umpires and the referees for this edition of the JASE Cup were mainly from the Indian Air Force, and they came all the way from Bangalore, from the Air Force Station Delani, to be with us for the last 4 days, and they've done an absolutely wonderful job. So we thank each one of them, and I would like to call out their names and request them to come on stage first before the prize distribution ceremony begins, and receive a small memento from the Chief Executive Officer of JASE International Residential School, Wing Commander K. Ganesh Sharma. Amongst these officials, before we start this, we have some people who've really done our country proud by their sporting achievements. I would quickly mention their names. We have Mr. V.K. Mishra, who has been the Indian athletics coach for jumps, who's personally trained an Olympic athlete who went to the Olympic Games at London and at Rio as a big hand for Olympics. We have Mr. Satyanarayana, who represented India in basketball and has coached the Indian basketball team as well. Big hand for that in India. We have Mr. Singha, who is a FIFA refereeing instructor. He has represented the services and the Indian Air Force at the national level. We have Mr. Y.K. Malik, who's been a services volleyball coach and a player. who played at the national level, coached at the national level. We have Mr. K.M. Singh, who is a 5-time national champion in race walking. 5-time national champion in race walking. He's been a coach of the services and the Indian Air Force teams. We have Mr. Prakash, who represented the services and the Indian Air Force volleyball teams for 12 years, played at the national level for 12 years, and a small achievement. We have Mr. Abu Naveed, who is a services and an Indian Air Force footballer, again played at the national level, presently a certified FIFA All India Football Federation referee. We have Mr. Manoj, who is a national gold medalist in the 50-kilometer walk and who is a present coach of the Indian walkers team. We have Mr. Arun, who is an Indian Air Force volleyball player and who has played for a long time at the national level. Mr. Shivulal, service in an Indian Air Force footballer, qualified referee, All India Football Federation qualified referee. Mr. Sunny Sarkar, service footballer, national level footballer again, and a FIFA qualified referee. We have Nikhil, who is a services footballer and an All India Football Federation qualified referee. We have Remy, Ricky and Jitin, all of them services footballers, national level footballers and national level All India Football Federation qualified referees as well. Big thank you to them. And this entire effort of getting these referees here and the officials here was coordinated by squad leader Hari, who is not here today with us. He came for the opening ceremony, who himself is a services and national level tennis player, who was a joint secretary at the Indian Air Force Sports Board along with me when I was a secretary. So big thank you to the Air Force for continuing to support us, and it was an absolute pleasure and a privilege having you here, and you've done a wonderful job for us. Thank you so much. And we have one more memento to give away. We had a school coming all the way from Calcutta to participate in the 12th JASE Cup, and we are very honored and proud to have you here with us. May I request the headmistress to come up to the stage and receive a memento from us. So once again, we are now ready to begin the prize distribution ceremony. Before that, let me just sign off by saying that it was wonderful having you here. I'm very glad that all of you had a great time, and I really look forward to having you back here again next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Welcome you to us.